30. We'll see you then. A first alert update. The Oconto Falls School District asking a federal judge to throw out a lawsuit alleging decades of sexual misconduct by teachers and staff. In a new filing this week, the district's attorneys argue the Board of Education cannot be held financially responsible for what they call reprehensible acts by a few employees. They say any wrongdoing should fall on the individual teachers or coaches, not the district itself. The brief also claims some allegations are too old under the statute of limitations, that under federal civil rights law, not every form of sexual misconduct meets the strict legal definition of a constitutional violation. The plaintiff's attorneys are expected to file a response before the judge decides whether the case moves forward.